Are you dealing with Achilles tendonitis?
Well, you're in luck because today we're going to show you the absolute best self-treatment you can do. I'm Brad.
I'm Mike, and behind the scenes we got Bob, and together we're the most famous physical therapy team on the internet.
Said that pretty fast, but I agree.
And if you're new to our channel, like this video, make sure to subscribe after. Now, over time, some of our suggestions on treatment options have changed because we've learned many new things, and that includes new treatment options for Achilles tendonitis.
That's right. We're actually going to take a trip down memory lane. We're going to look at our video from a few years back where Bob and I showed a nice treatment. However, over time, we've got some new information and definitely wanted to stay up with it. Made another video. We'll show that one. And here we go. Back into the tortoise down memory lane. Woo, 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 woo.
Bob and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists on the internet.
Hi folks, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heine, physical therapist.
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course,
Brad,
Bob.
I just had a good friend that called me up. He's having some trouble with Achilles tendonitis. So I went and saw him. I thought this is a good time to review what you should do in the instance when you have this. And this is the absolute best treatment you can do for Achilles tendonitis.
Right, you've had a number of comments coming back, people, because we have this video before. We're just going to update it, make it a little better.
Yeah, a little more comprehensive.
Right.
So, all right, Achilles tendonitis obviously happens in the Achilles tendon, which is right here. It tends to happen about 2 to 6 centimeters above the attachment, which is right in the heel right
We're
here.
going to draw a line there, and we're going to work right up there.
Yep. So it tends to happen right about here. In the case of my friend now, he had the typical example of what happens when you sometimes when you get the tendonitis. It would get better because he'd rest it, and then as soon as he'd start exerting again, it'd come right back again.
Yeah.
He's been fighting this for 1.5 years, Brad.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, he's been trying to stretch it and doing all these things. He saw a therapist who was working on the calf muscle, but you got to get down here and work this area in order for this to get better.
Sure, you bet.
And this is a Syriax technique. What you're going to do is cross-fiber friction massage. Okay, mouthful, right, Brad?
Yeah, it is.
All right, and what you're going to do, the lesion, as they call it, tends to be on the side of the tendon, not on the back. Here's the back. You're not going to rub there. You're going to rub on the side of the tendon on both sides. It's like you're going to pinch, and you're going to pinch, and you're going to rub back and forth like this. Ooh, I'm a little bit tender there, Brad.
Yeah.
I'm probably pre-injury.
Maybe you were working out too hard this morning.
That's right. So I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but I'm rubbing like this back and forth. And initially, it's going to be very sore when you do this.
Right.
And after a few minutes, a minute or so,
right,
you'd like to see that it's stabilized, it's not getting worse, or at the very good sign is that actually starts to get a little bit numb.
Right.
It starts to feel better even.
So to reiterate that, Bob's working on that. He's actually, you put a fair amount of pressure on it, right, Bob?
I start off light, Brad.
Okay.
And then I go really, by the end, I'm really rubbing hard.
The big thing after 30 seconds to a minute, if it continues to just hurt more and more, it's not ready for it.
Yeah, then you may have to go back to what, initially when you injure it, by the way, I want you to ice it for a day or two. Brad, do you want to show an easy way to ice?
All right, you can take a paper cup or a styrofoam cup like this, fill it up almost to the top, maybe a ½ inch below, and then
with water, and then you freeze it. We better not forget that part.
Right, put it in the freezer overnight or whatever it takes to be solid ice, and then you can peel off the cup like that, and then it's going to end up, you know, it's going to be a shorter cup like this, broke off.
The ice sticking out a little bit.
Yep.
And I take my palm even and
yeah,
smooth it out a little bit.
Yep.
And then you can just go like this, and it just you can numb this up very quickly this way. You don't have to sit there with an ice pack.
All right, so we're back from the tortoise. What did you say?
I'm sorry, a TARDIS.
I guess that's Doctor Who. I don't know. This is beyond me. Anyway, that was a quick anatomy lesson and one treatment option. And now we're going to go back to just a year ago, a video with Brad and I explaining some exercises you can try.
That's right. This is from an expert in the field. Her name is author Paula Clayton, and she's got an excellent way to strengthen, and it'll make a big difference in how you rehab. Now we're going to go through the vortex to get there.
Most people make this one common mistake while treating heel pain.
Well, I know. I strained my heel. We got to stretch it out, don't we?
When you have Achilles tendon pain, you actually don't want to stretch out the calf muscle. It causes compression on the tendon and can increase the degeneration of it.
Okay, oftentimes heel pain is felt and experienced right here where the tendon connects to the calcaneus. Thank you, Bob. And when you stretch it, compression forces are experienced here, which actually damages the tissues in the tendon. So we want to not stretch, and we're going to show you an option that's going to improve this. Occasionally, there will be pain experienced up here. That's a different scenario. So we're talking about right here at the Achilles tendon junction with the calcaneus.
If you'd like to learn more about treating Achilles tendon pain, you can check out the book How to Treat Your Own Achilles Tendon by Paula Clayton. And the fourth thing to try is some isometric strengthening. So with this, you go up on your toes. If you're weak, you can do both feet at once. If you have the strength, you can do single leg. And you're going to hold it there for 45 seconds. After you've done 45 seconds, make sure to rest for 2 minutes. And you're going to do this 5 total times a day.
All right, now Bob is really adamant about that second half on strengthening his wife. Remember, Bob, your wife had an Achilles tendon tear. She used that method with great success. So let's add another video that's going to complement this.
If you want to check out the same video that we just showed, but the whole thing for more detail, you can click the video link on the screen.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
Take care.
Bob and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists on the internet.